retailer in Madisonville, Kentucky. That's Western Kentucky. I'm about 2 hours from Nashville, 45 minutes from Evansville, Indiana, 3 hours from Lexington and Louisville, 45 minutes from Owensboro, and about an hour and a half from Paducah. So just so you know the general area. So if you're ever in this area, I would love to meet you. So come on down to Kentucky and have a little road trip and maybe hit up some of our stores, local shopping. Here we have a lot of really interesting places. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. We have a few. And so anyway, today I picked up this tray, and so I'm gonna hold it up really quickly so I'm gonna do a before and after. And I had my phone set up so I could not take it off and take a picture of it. So this tray I picked up during my recent trip to Colorado. I believe that I got this in Kansas or Missouri. And let me just show you. I think it picks up right here. I probably should have put the light a little bit closer. It's a little bit dark, but there was a crack going all the way down this thing. It's a bamboo tray. It is a really nice size tray. I wish I had my my measuring thing. I don't have it, but it's a nice tray. And so here are the handles. So it goes like this. And so see, you can see it here. So this is my trick. This is my hack. I originally was going to put glue in there and then I was going to clamp it. But it had a gap in there. And I don't know that it would have clamped correctly. So I got a little bit sneaky and used my hack. I used Iron Orchid Design clay and I filled in the crack. I did it in the front and I also did it on the back. Now, this is a true story. When we were remodeling our house, we were working on our house. My husband had such a hard time doing the crown molding, and he did it in one part of the house, and because we hadn't touched it in a while, you forget stuff, right? You don't use something, you forget it. And he couldn't figure it out, so he had left it undone for like over a year, maybe even 2 years. And then all of a sudden he decided, I'm going to pick this up, I'm going to try to finish this crown molding. And he had left like some gaps and some parts like on the outside of the walls, like where it meets like this. And I'm like, listen, he was all stressed out about it. I'm going to use my Iron Orchid Design clay. And I took it and I rubbed it and worked it. And I pushed it into those cracks and smoothed it out. No one will ever know. They'll never know. They'll never know. Now you know because I just told you, but you don't know where it is. So you'll never know. So anyway, that's what I did. So, but here's the thing. I'm going to decoupage this. So this tray goes like this. Okay, I'm glad I changed it. I say that, but I think I'm going to do it this way. So this is my plan. I just became a guy, Sheila. Good morning. I was talking about my hack. I filled in this gap. There was a big crack here, and I filled it in with air dry clay. Iron Orchid Designs air dry clay. I've done it many times. So I'm going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to paint the backside because I put the clay on the back and on the front just to kind of bridge it together. I couldn't clamp it. There was a gap there. So I'm going to use one of my new decoupage papers. I'm now a Decoupage Queen retailer. I just got this one in, and it's called Antique French Letter. So if I don't have it in stock, let me know that you want it, because I think there was 2 or 3 that I don't know why. I think it was a mistake. I only got one. But she ships very, very fast, so I can get you some if you're interested in it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, without further ado, let's get painting. This is not cured. I would have preferred, I should have done this yesterday, but yesterday I was all excited about the new podcast, which Sheila, you were on my live, I think, yesterday when I was talking about it, right? So I knew I was going to do this tray, but oh, this is not the brush I want to use. This is see, I can feel it. This is my Klingon brush, the S30 that I use for decoupaging and sealing. It feels different. This is still nice and soft, and this is my one for painting. I still want that one to be a little bit moist, but I'm going to go ahead and wet this one. We're going to be using, what is this? Is this vintage linen? This is vintage linen. It's nice and thick here on the bottom. Of course, there's a lot of water here. So I would have preferred for this to have cured overnight because it gets rock hard. But I'm going to go ahead and paint it. I usually paint my clay before it dries, but in this scenario, I would have wanted it. It's not going to crack. I mean, I got it in there and I was rubbing it and getting it all in there. Like I said, I told a story before you hopped on, Sheila, that I actually used it in my crown molding in my house when my husband was updating our room. He was so frustrated, and I was like, no worries. I got this. I got this. And it worked. And you never know it. It's still up there. So this is, yeah, I got this from, I'm pretty sure I got this in Missouri. I have everything laid out in the back on a sofa and on a table. I was supposed to go to Sam's on Friday. That's my date night. And we go to Owensboro, Kentucky, which is about 45 minutes from here. And there's a Sam's there. So I always pick up my necessities from Sam's. I always get my water and snacks and different things. And then we'll do whatever. We'll go out to eat. A lot of times I go thrifting. But since I have way too much right now, I'm not going thrifting until I get all of the stuff from the trip turned around. So I have it all laid out in the back. My problem is I was supposed to go to Sam's to buy those folding tables. I have one small one, but it's not enough. I am going to need, I just realized, hold on. Let me do, it always like freaks me out because I think that it's on and it's not dual. So, okay, I need to do that backwards. I don't know why I can't ever get it. I can never figure out exactly how to do it. There we go. I was talking to you and I thought you could see me, but you can't. So anyway, I need to pick up some tables, some plastic tables, so I can spread everything out in the back. I don't have enough space because I got way too much stuff. Well, not that I got way too much. I got as much as I could fill in the car. But I need some room to paint everything because I'm probably going to do some batch painting, and I'm definitely going to be doing some decoupaging and different things. So I've got these rice papers and I want to get everything done. And then what I'm going to do is I wanted to talk to y'all about all the things that are happening here at Leesa Boone Designs in Kentucky, and I'm excited about it. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing for this trip, especially everything that I got, is I'm going to create a video on my website. I'm going to create a video on YouTube. That train, I'm sorry, it's so loud. I'm going to create a video on my YouTube showing all of the stuff, all of the content. And then I'm going to have a video on my website selling all of the items, like a shoppable video. And so that is coming very, very soon. So I have to get all of the stuff done. So that is what's on my agenda for right now. I hear you about needing more space. I would love a bigger work table. Yeah, I'm probably going to get 2 tables because I need to be able to display everything. But also, I have some workshops coming up here locally. I'm doing a gift wrap workshop. So I've just been purchasing everything and I'm waiting for it to get here so that I could actually, oh my goodness, I just realized I didn't hit that last button so that you could actually see me. This thing confuses, I don't know why, because I'm pretty tech savvy. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this switcher. But anyway, I have workshop coming up where we're going to create gift wrap paper using all of the IOD stamps, maybe some other stamps I'll bring in from that I have at the house, some silicone and rubber stamps, and then also tissue paper and tags. So I'm going to need those tables anyway, but I do have a lot and I want to be able to spread it out so that I could see clearly what I have, because right now it's on a futon couch that I have back there and a small table and on the floor. So I have to get it nice, and then I'm going to paint everything. And then once I have it all done, I'm going to have that shoppable video. So I'm excited about that. So that this way, if you see something that you like, you can go ahead and order it right on my website and I ship it to you. I usually try to do UPS. If I can, you might pick USPS. But if I can do UPS, I usually try to ship that way. So I'm really excited about that feature. I have Switcher Studio that's helping me with that, and I'm really, really, really excited. I never have anybody come in the daytime. Hold on one second. Hi, how are you? I'm doing a live. It's okay. No, it's okay. How are you doing? Yeah, good. I'm just gonna keep painting. You can talk to me.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going around and dropping off business cards to places, so I wanted to drop off my business cards to you.
Okay.
And I've been talking with some local businesses about doing some pop-ups. They have events or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just he's here.
Okay.
And if that's anything you think would interest you, if you have an event coming up or something, I'd love to do a pop-up.
I didn't know you were doing that. I know you had the fulcrum, right?
Yeah. I've had this 3 years now.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, catering and baked goods, and then I make a lot of take and bakes for people too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
awesome.
it's going really well.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
Good.
it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe I will do that. We're having a holiday event thing with the Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look at the dates to see when that is.
Is it the thing they're doing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm already doing.
You are?
One,
okay.
Yeah, for that.
Okay.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah. Well, I can look at my schedule and maybe there's a day that you can come out.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, just get in touch with me. My number's on that.
Yeah.
As well as my email.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right.
So
good
much.
seeing you. You're fine. Thank you. Bye bye. Good to see you. So anyway, I'm excited about the shoppable video. I think it's going to be super, super fun because, it's kind of slow here in the store and it's kind of hard to keep small businesses going. So I can't rely on people just to walk in the store. I definitely have to have more of my stuff online where you can see it and make it easy for you to shop. So that's a new feature that's happening. The other new feature that's happening is the podcast, and I announced it yesterday, which is really exciting. And it launched yesterday on the local radio station.
Do what?
Oh, I was talking to
okay.
them.
I thought you talked to me when I come in.
Yeah, I remember I told you I was doing a live on Facebook. Do you need me?
Do I need you?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
But I don't. I've got 445 West Center, but I didn't write the stupid measurements down when I got doing.
Oh, I don't know what they are.
Well, I just over-measured.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
okay.
I should have it down.
Yeah. Oh.
It ain't your fault.
Okay.
But right now, the first thing I'm gonna do is take care of this.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm actually they can hear you because I'm live.
All right.
All right. So, apologize for that. So, the other thing is the podcast. So, my husband and I have come together to do a weekly podcast. It's more than just a podcast, though. It's actually a radio program here locally. And it's 30 minutes every Monday at 4 o'clock, which is so exciting. So, what we did, since we're producing it ourselves here, we actually have been recording it right here in the store so far. We might go on locations and some of the hunting cabins and different places just for different spaces and looks, which is exciting. Um, it's on the podcast app, so you can actually subscribe to the podcast app. It's embedded on my website. There's a tab, there's a menu sidebar right there that you can click to it. You can listen to the audio version or watch the video. So every week there'll be a video and an audio for this podcast, and you can listen to it, like I said, so many different avenues, which is so exciting. So we're incorporating both of our businesses together and intermingling our faith using scriptures to be uplifting and encouraging and inspirational, and talking business stuff, just different things that are going on, talking about my husband's business. He manages a hunting farm. He has a hunting farm business. So it's really, really interesting. So anyway, I'm going to use this antique French letter, and I see how I took it there and I creased it. So now what I'm going to do is cut that paper. Normally I don't use a scissor, but I did use a scissors. There's actually a white border that's all over the paper. So you definitely want to cut that. You can use a straight edge and a blade. You can use a water pen and have it be an organic edge. Usually that's what I do, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and that gives my board a little quick second to cool down. And so usually I can't cut very well with these scissors because they're really hard on my hand. So what do we always say, right? Scraps are gold. This is a perfect scrap. I can use that for so many different things. I can use this as a background. Actually, I'm thinking about it. We do ATCs here, and look at this. I can use this as a background. I can cut it up different pieces. I can use this text as a background. So I'm going to definitely be saving that and putting that to the side and using that. Okay, so whenever I decoupage a nice sheet of paper, I'm going to move this way because that side is still wet. I'm going to be using my favorite decoupage medium, which is liquid patina. Okay, and let me go ahead and tell you that I'm going to be using the IOD Transfer Floral Anthology. It's 4 different sheets. As you can see, maybe you could see it here better. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can use it on picture frames. You can use it on the wall. You can use it on furniture, home decor. See how there's one big piece and then there's little pieces. You can cut it up and use it as a whole bunch of different, or you can use it all together to make like a design. So it's up to you. I love this floral anthology. I've used it often. I have a stick in here. I'm going to go ahead and stir this up. Normally I don't have to stir it, but I wonder if it's because I had the stick in there. I don't remember doing that. I think this is when I was working on my master board for the ATC cards that I made a couple of weeks ago on here while I was on the live. I made a whole bunch of ATC cards that I took with me to Colorado to give to my friends. I might check that out. I'm not actively going to church right now, but I was raised a Catholic. So I do have a religious background. Such horrible things are going on in our world, and I think that all we can do is pray for peace and healing. You got that right, Sheila. You got that right. All right, so this is still wet. So what I'm going to do is I position my paper. I cut it a little bit short, but that's okay, which that happens when you cut it, with your hand. So this is what I did. I decided that because this line is right here, I want this paper to be glued down on this side, because that's essentially what we're doing. We're decoupaging it, but we're kind of gluing it down. It's going to put all of this together. The end result that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be painting with a whole bunch of colors. I have a whole bunch of colors right here. And I'm going to put those transfers primarily over here. I might fade out some of this and add more. But then this is a new product that I have, and I've used clear resin before, just not this one. So what I'm planning on doing is adding a coating, a layer of clear resin on here, which will level it out, bring it all together. And I won't be able to do this here today because I need this to dry really well before I do that. And I will show a picture of it, and then I'll try to record it. This way, if you wanted to see it, you could see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this very generously. The chalk in the paint and the clay in the paint just kind of soak up that first layer whenever you put either the top coat, and you can actually see the difference because it's getting sealed. So I'm going to go ahead, and normally I don't use my hands because I'm usually using tissue paper. Rice paper is a little bit thicker and it's more forgiving. Now see, I can see that line, and I dropped some there, but that's okay. I'm just going to pick this up, and I pull it back just slightly. So you could see I ended right here. I usually try to keep it as a straight line, but it was a little bit wonky. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the rest with decoupage medium. But we know that only the Father is perfect. We're not perfect. So this is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be beautiful, I think. I'm going to get that in there. So if you don't want to use your hands, you can get a cloth. And see, I'm going to try to get this to it's just a little bit bouncy, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to lift this up right here, and I'm going to apply my medium. I usually try, and the rice paper is very forgiving. Like, you can pick this up. So I'm just going to back brush a little bit because I don't want a big lump there. And, okay. See how you can pick it up? I love rice paper. Now, my other decoupage paper is not as thin as tissue paper. Even though we call it tissue paper, it's not as thin. So you can definitely pick that up. If you're very quick, you have to be careful because when the paper is wet is when it's the most fragile. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a coat of the decoupage medium because this is what's going to seal our paper. And it's going to make it where it's not going anywhere. Now, I told you that in this instance, I am going to put some resin on here. But the reason that I'm sealing this more than anything for this project is because we're going to be adding more paint. So let's go ahead and hit this up with the dryer. I'm going to wrap because it's hot in here today in Kentucky. Usually it's cold. Hi, I think it says Kelly. Kelly Morgan. Hi, she's watching from YouTube. Hello. All right. Thank you for coming on and watching. We're just decoupaging with my new rice paper. I am now I'm not a decoupage queen retailer. I'm going to say DIY paint. I've been a DIY paint retailer for a while. I love DIY paint, and now I'm really enjoying these rice papers. So I've got a slew of decoupage papers. We have the big sheets from Roy Cycled, and now I've got these. And the fun fact about this decoupage paper. Like, here's one. I have them right here because I just got them and I am packaging them up so that I can get them to the store. They're already on my website. So I'm really feels like I'm getting a private lesson. Oh, Sheila, I know. I'm not sure. I've got Kelly's commenting. Yeah, you're the only one commenting on Facebook for some reason. I'm glad that you are because it helps me. It helps me so much when people talk to me and converse with me. It makes it more fun. And, I feel like you're in the room with me. So you feel like you're getting a private lesson. I feel like you're here hanging out with me. So it's a win-win, right? So Kelly, we were just talking that I just launched my podcast with my husband yesterday, and I'm excited about it. I put 2 little reels or shorts on YouTube this morning promoting it, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be a weekly thing that we do, talking about our businesses. So you might not be interested in hunting. My husband manages hunting farms, but we're taking that, hey Paula, and we are applying biblical truth to everything. Like we talked about the soil, we talked about our bodies and natural things, and we talked this next week on Monday, it's going to be about root systems and how we have to be rooted and grounded in the word, and we have to, that's the roots are what stabilize plants, and the roots are what our roots is what stabilize us so that when life hits us with things, we are able to bounce back. And because curveballs are going to come, things are going to come. So you're able to bounce back because of the root system. And so anyway, so there's all kinds of stuff that we're going to be talking about on there, plus things that are going on in my business and his business. Now these, I want you to see, these are chunky because I have not been using these colors. Araceli, hey girl, what's up? My friend from Florida's in the house. I was just talking about our podcast. We're doing this, talking about some workshops I've got going on. Look at this. This is chunky. This is all solid. Let's see what we can do with it. I used to paint so much. Look at this. Oop, it broke. It broke it. This is great for raised stenciling. And I actually thought about doing a little bit of raised stenciling. You have to add a little bit of water in if you're not using your paint, but no fear because you can reconstitute DIY paint. We talk about that so much. I hope that you really know that. So this is like a souffle. Can you see? This one's like a souffle. So I just picked some colors that were similar to this. I really wanted prairie gray. I'm so mad that I do not have that. That's a staple. Like I love blending with that color. This is a DIY Oops paint. I thought I had another stick. Oh, here. I'm going to use this knife. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's just not that bad. I used this on the chest that I recently did with the landscape. I use this one on. I'm trying to get all of these used up. So this is a deceiving color. It's similar to weathered wood, but it's not that. It's something different. Thank you for sprinkling. A lot going on in your business. Yes, Kelly, there is a lot going on in my business. I am going to have some workshops coming up. I've got the gift wrap workshop. That's local. I'm just going to start painting. I'm going to use my Klingon S50. And I am going to use the same brush. It's okay. No worries. I really need to, this is my resin one. I don't want to get resin. It's a little bit wet. Sorry for that train. So I have the gift wrap that's local, which I'm excited about. But if you're in driving distance, if you're a 2-hour driving distance, we'll have fun. Just come down. Okay. I'm going to start with this color. So we sealed everything up so that I can go ahead and I can paint over my paper and it will not get messed up. But sometimes I don't cover it up. I'm just going to go ahead. See how this is splattered and layered? So that's what we're going to do. So the other thing that I have is I wish I would have worn my pendant. I wore it yesterday and I showed it, and I'm going to have all of the things to make a couple of pendants with resin necklaces. So much fun. Again, I've got this clear resin. So what I'm going to do is put them in those little paintable pots so that this way, if you've never played with resin, it's a great way to try it. And I love the way my little pendant turned out. I've used clear resin before, but I had never made jewelry with it. And I love it. Oh my gosh. It just turned out so pretty. But you don't have to wear it as a necklace because you could also use it in the junk journaling and have a little dangle. You're in Arizona? Aw. Well, I'm going to be doing some virtual workshops. We have an ornament workshop right now that I'm doing a collaboration. I'm going to get some of this cowgirl coral. So that was just a DIY lab paint color. It's mustardy. It's not like Queen Bee because this is Queen Bee. See the difference? This is definitely has more yellow. That has more brown in it. But see, I'm going to just put some in here. And I'm just going to spread it. So this way it matches a little bit. This is just our background. We're going to add a transfer on here. So I'm going to have that as a workshop, and you'll have a step-by-step video that goes with the purchase of that kit. So that's another thing that Switcher Studio is actually helping me with, and I'm so excited. They have been so awesome, and they're helping me. I'm going to put a little bit of this because I want to go ahead and get this in the corner. And I've got some white on there, but I think that's going to be good. It's going to like tone it down a little bit. So I didn't seal the sides. I only sealed the bottom. So there's just a lot happening. I'll have, like I said, I have shoppable videos coming very, very soon. The aim is to have that up next month sometime, hopefully early next month, because as you're shopping for gifts, like you will be able to pick some up. It's been busy this morning, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hello. How can I help you?
I was looking for some flooring, but I needed linoleum. Linoleum?
Yes, I do. I do. Can you just give me 1 second? Okay. So Sheila said, I'm in Central Washington State. I hope you'll do some videos making resin. Yeah, I will do the video probably. I don't know how that will work, but I probably will do some in the future showing how to do it, because I will have, you can buy a kit, but I will have them on my website. So I'll figure that part out. I'm not sure how that will work, but it is so much fun. The thing with I can't do a live with it because the resin actually takes 24 hours to cure. So that's how that works. The clear resin, it's not like the fast resin. So, all right, so this is what I'm doing here. So look at this. This is going to be really pretty. I'm probably going to add a little bit. I'm going to put this on the corner so that I can make sure that all of my edges are matching. And I'm going to put some of this on here. And like I said, we're going to cover this with resin as well. So guys, what I'm going to have to do is hop off here. I'm going to have to help this customer, and then I will hop on live later and work on this a little bit more. And I have to get all of my new decoupage papers packaged. So I have a lot to do today, but I will hop on. I will try to give you some warning as to when I'm going to come on. I'll be live in my private group at 4 o'clock doing an exclusive workshop with our ATC members. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Thursday at 4:15, I'm doing a live with Mary Schultz. I started that last Friday. We're going to be painting some ornaments. And then I think at Friday at 9 a.m., I'm going to do a craft with me on my page. So stay tuned for more details. Go ahead and check out my podcast if you haven't already. And I'd love to hear your feedback. It's on my website, LeesaBooneDesigns.com. This is the podcast. It's called Boone in the Woods and in the Home. But that is, oh, that's what we're doing on Monday. Sorry about that. I don't even know. I thought I had my Leesa Boone Designs website on here. But anyway, you can find it on my Facebook page, on my link tree. Okay. If you guys have any